national health insurance. You mentioned Cuba earlier. If you Google best healthcare system in the world, probably France comes up. France. They've got a system where everybody pays a certain amount. Everybody who's working pays a certain amount. I think it's 50 euros or 70 euros a month. It goes into a bucket. It's kept there. If you're ill, you can go, I know everything is paid for. Now, if you want to now go to a private hospital, it takes care of certain the frills, you got to pay for it. So you out of pocket, whether you've got your own personal insurance. That's how that system works. Is probably one of the best in the world. Now, let's talk about healthcare financing. How do you think we should look at it? How do we in Malaysia look at it? How do we emulate a system and say, this is Malaysian, our neighbors are doing something? What do we do?
Okay, you see, the problem with this national healthcare financing scheme is that you're talking about social health insurance, which is much better than private insurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have social health insurance, it means you pass a law, like the EPF.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everyone has got to contribute to the scheme.
Okay.
How much you contribute is not based on your risk factors. Whether you got diabetes or your family has got something. No, everyone pays. In some countries, like say in Taiwan and I think Korea, they got different tiers.
Okay.
You know, the richer people pay more.
Right.
Middle pays a bit less. Poor pay even less.
Okay.
So that's the kind of thing. Okay, now if you do that, and let's say I'm in the upper M40 or the T20, and I've been going to the private all the while, you know, and then now you're telling me I must pay to this system. It would be unfair to say you can only go to the government side. I got to be able to take my money to both sides, right? So that will only be fair, right? So what the government has come up with before this, working with WHO and all that, is they've come up with an idea that you got to corporatize all the government hospitals.
Okay.
So that means you can't make the private hospitals public.
Right.
So you make the government hospitals like companies.
Okay.
So all the government hospitals become corporatized.
Okay.
Then you have a system talking about DRG and all. How do you charge? So you have this national health scheme. It gets money from everyone, maybe some budget from the government, some syntax got that money, right? If you got appendix and you go to the private, you get a certain amount of money. If you go to the government, that government hospital can also claim that money from the fund.
Okay.
So that means you shift from now, where it's just a global budget, you look after everything. It's a per capita now. Now it's that you go, you treat, they give you a global budget.
Okay.
You got to make the government hospitals operate like businesses.
Okay.
Like private hospitals.
Right.
Got to look at all the gauze they're using, how much anesthesia, how much medicine and all that. You're changing the whole system into a commercial-based, market-based system.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yeah.
If we do this, you got to put them both together. To put them both together, you cannot, you can't make the private public. So you make the public, in a way, private.
Okay.
And act like companies.
Right.
Then it causes a lot of other problems. You see, let's say, look, a person comes in with pain in the right side, lower side. Okay? A young teenager comes in. Normal way we do it is we examine, we see this, and see whether it's appendix or not. Sometimes there's a lot of gray area.
Sure.
So whether you go in or you wait for a while more. So if a good surgeon will wait and see. If he's not really sure, he'll wait, but keep examining every 4 hours, every 8 hours, 4 hours, and then decide if things get, I better go in. And even then, you get about 15%, 20% white appendix. It wasn't appendix, you went in anyway.
Okay.
But you see, an appendix operation, you can probably earn 3 or 4 times as much. If you just sit on it and it turns out to be a lymph node, mesenteric lymph node adenitis.
Right.
You sit on it, it settles down, you don't have to go in.
Right.
How much can you charge the system? If I am the hospital administrator and Prof is my surgeon, he's being too careful and not going in, okay, hey, do a few more operations there.
I see.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Same thing for cesarean sections.
Okay.
See, many of these medical decisions, do we go in now or not? Is the child in trouble or not? It's something gray, It depends on your acumen, your gut feeling.
Yeah.
So if then you have a commercial aspect there, I can earn more, the hospital can earn more if I cut.
Yeah.
If I do an angiogram, if I do the MRI. So you're pushing the whole system into a more expensive kind of orbit.
Okay.
So we are saying that this is not the way to go.
So that's not the way to go.
Not the way to go. Because if you want to have this common social health insurance,
right,
means you got to integrate both systems, means you got to corporatize the government hospitals,
Okay.
means you got to make them run like businesses and charge for things.
Yeah.
And then it's going to have all these perversions,
Okay.
It's going to happen, you see.
Yeah.
So I think people got to think it through.
Right.
If we do it this way,
Yeah.
you're asking me where the money should come from. It should come from the 56% of
So that's
national
where-
income
Yeah.
going to the top 10%
Right.
and to the companies, the big companies.
Okay.
We should tax a bit more of that and use it for healthcare system.
Love my city, got love for my people. I put on, know what this shit for me though. Get that money up, now you boy got it ego. Before you cut the check, nigga, another zero.